God is good? And all the time? Okay, great. My name is Vincent Mwangangi, area sales manager in the retail department. And as you have been told in APSA, we provide for you all banking solution, end to end.
Saseni, afternoon. Najua sisi tumekula, tumeshiba, and we are ready for the afternoon session. My name is Susan Wavinya, Relationship Manager, SME. We are here to work with you. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Brian Omondi. I'm a mortgage specialist, so I'm here for affordable housing. Looking forward.
Habari zenu. I'm Joshua Kiendi, doing bank assurance. So investment, insurance, taken care of.
Good afternoon. I'm Felice Tanjeroge, personal banker. I'm here to write your story.
Good afternoon. God is good, and all the time. I'm Elizabeth Onuko. I'm the agent, ABSA.
Good afternoon, team. My name is Joseph Kimeto. I'm a lead generator. Do you know what a lead generator is? I'll explain one-on-one, but if you manage to reach me, you'll get to know it better. Thank you.
Good afternoon. God is good, and all the time. Wow, and I am a witness, are you? Yes, so we thank God for today. My name is Sylvia Kiplagat. I'm the branch manager, Kitengela. This is my team. Yeah, we are honored to be here today. Yes. We start. Yeah, so we are constituted of people from different departments other than the branch. We have the banker team led by Gideon and Joshua. Then we have SME, Susan Wavinya. And then we have affordable housing. I don't know whether you've ever heard of that. Affordable housing is it's an arrangement we have with the government to finance people who want to own homes for their own personal purposes, not for business. So if you want to buy a home, we have an arrangement with the government where we lend to you at 9%. If you have a scheme with us, if you don't have, we give you at 9.5. So this gentleman here is the guy. You can see the way he's so smart. He looks like a landlord. Anaka landlord, eh? Yeah, so we will take a few minutes. Each of them will talk something briefly. Then we'll have the team around here just to, in case you have any question on any of the areas that we are going to talk about. Yeah, so the rest of us, we will be seated, waiting for you to come and ask us any question you have. Sawa sawa? So, who is the first one? We'll have banker to lead us, and then we'll have SME, and then they have mortgages. Thank you.
Karibu sana our very able chief guest, Madam Philomena Kapkori, Trans Nzoia County Deputy Governor. Karibu sana. Together with Makueni. Karibu sana. Very welcome. Okay. On stage is Absa Bank, ready to start their presentation. So you can proceed, sir.
Thank you. How are you? How are you this afternoon? Other than being satisfied, unajua, there's a big challenge ahead of me. Preaching to people who are satisfied is not easy. Sindio? So I have one request. Don't sleep on me. Sawa sawa? Let's focus together. So I just want you to turn to your neighbor, the immediate neighbor, and I want you to look at them eyeball to eyeball. Just hold their hand, hold your neighbor's hand, and I want you to talk to them. So tell them, neighbor, neighbor, you are very smart. Neighbor, you are very special. Neighbor, I appreciate you. Neighbor, check on me. Help me focus. Just appreciate yourselves. So I will just give a slight overview before I go to the slide itself. Most of the things on matters insurance have partly been mentioned by Britam. Also to mention that they are also our partners. As a bank, we distribute insurance through the bank assurance model. This is where banks connect together with insurance companies to give solutions towards their needs. So we have 16 insurance companies in our panel. Maybe just by mentioning, I can start with Britam is part of the panel. We have APA, we have Sanlam, and we have our sister companies. That is First Assurance, that deals with general insurance. And we also have Absa Life. Absa Life Assurance, this is our sister company that deals on life insurance business. So I would say we deal with both needs of insurance in terms of the market. And what we do is that we provide our customers with a buffet of options, and we do the legwork for them such that they don't have to go from one agent to another, but we give them a comparison of what's competitive in terms of rate and offering, such that we give them 3 or 4 options for them to choose. So other than giving them the loan, other than giving them the card, other than giving them the affordable housing, as you're saying, we are looking into solving our customers end to end. And I will just give a small snippet of financial planning. I would say all of us get an income. And this income helps us towards achieving our obligations or our goals as such. This income could be you are either employed and you expect a salary, or you are self-employed, so you earn a profit. And from this profit, this business is like your baby, is like your child. You take care of it. And as you take care of it, there are other people in that business. And that's where you look at, first, if you can, ensuring if you have the business in a property setup, insuring the property. Or there are many people who have lost phones. Anyone who has lost a phone in Nairobi? Almost everyone? How it disappears, you don't want to know. Sindio? Mwingine ameenda aluta imepotea, sindio? Others have lost laptops. So through our domestic package, we are able to cover that, such that when you lose your phone, you're able to recover it. But we do not insure the phone alone or the laptop alone. We give you a domestic package that covers the contents of the house. If the building is yours, also takes care of the building, and also takes care of your house help. How many have house helps or a house boy? Sindio? These are very important people. They take care of our children when we are away. So that cover takes care of them. If you have an extra one, you just add 500 shillings. So in terms of the insurance for the business, we have a work injury benefit. This is a WIBA, which we give to our employees, and also medical. I know Britam had mentioned medical. They have a very good medical cover. You know, as I speak about myself, I'm also campaigning for you. We are not in competition. That's what I want to say. We are complementing each other. Then, if you have an income that takes care of obligation, the expectation is that there are expenses that you incur on a day-to-day basis. And these expenses, you either take care of rent or upkeep, and we say you don't eat everything. One thing we've realized is that what you earn, either from the business or from work, is a seed. So you don't eat everything, even the seed. Take care of other needs, but let something small remain. But again, they say, every person at some point, they have a debt. Uko na M-Pesa app, uko na Fuliza. Kuna mtu ana Fuliza? Kwa amani tu sina ubaya. So, or you also have, there's branch. So what we do is that we advise you to, if you have loans from different applications, instead of paying another one and borrowing from another one, we recommend that you consolidate all these apps and find if we can give you a facility that can cater for that, and you remain with one that you can easily manage. That's just part of your financial management. Then we are talking about if you have property, it's important to insure that property. Remember during the demonstrations, which were for a good cause, is it? But some people also lost. So there are those who had fire and burglary, but they did not have political violence and terrorism. So you would find they have incurred losses, but they were not covered. So now we're encouraging our customers to also include the political violence and terrorism. However, you should not be actively participating in the commotion. Sawa. Then we're also saying you need to have insurance. It's like when you carry an umbrella, anticipating it will rain. It doesn't rain, but you still need that umbrella. Or it's going to be sunny. Maybe it's not sunny, but you still need it. Then you have insurance for your children, if you have children. If you don't have children, you can have an investment policy. We're calling it the endowment policy. This is a policy where you keep something aside for a specific goal. We believe in 5-year goals, 10-year goals, depending. If those who want, I had somebody say they are single, can't recall if it was the MC or somebody else. You can have an endowment policy, invest something to plan to settle with that partner. Or even, you can have a joint policy to strengthen the union. You know when, you're loving somebody who you don't know, they have grown separately, they have a different culture, so you're trying to connect. There are risks to settle here. So if you have joint investment, probably it could cement this thing. And you stay because of that. There are people who are in marriage because of the children. Anyway, I don't want to go there. Then we talk about our health. Your health is your wealth. If your health is not good, you couldn't even be here, or you could be struggling elsewhere. But we pray and ask God to give us good health. However, it is still our responsibility to have a good health in terms of what we eat, exercising, having a walk here and there. Just make sure you're not sedentary once in a while. You don't have to be the champion in the gym. Just lift what you can. Sindio? Kwa jimbo nasema unaweka limit. You can't carry everything. Just a little you can. Then also you have a medical cover that will take care of you. The medical cover is meant to take care of you if and when you're sick. When you're not sick, you thank God. Sindio? If you get sick, you have a plan in place that will take care of that. Then we're asking ourselves, why insurance? The investments that we have high guaranteed returns. They are not focused on how the market operates. Then we're also protecting your investment or property and having a financial cushion and diversifying your income streams. You cannot only have one source of income. And I know even where you are in the social media, in that platform, you are advertising for some people and you are earning something. Diversify. Always make an extra coin. Then the beauty about insurance is it has a life benefit. Even when you're not there, your child's education is guaranteed. God forbid, even when you're not there. You may have money in the bank, but it requires you to be available to withdraw the money. But when you have a policy in place, it takes care of your children even when you're not there. Then creating business continuity. You find businesses where we have partners. If one partner is not there, business may stall or stop, but the insurance that we have in place would be able to take care of business continuity. And another thing is that if you have a business where we have partners, we can take policies against each other, depending on your shareholding, to just make sure in the event there is critical illness or death of the other partner, business continues, and the proceeds from insurance are able to get for that other partner. Allow me to give you just a simple example of the endowment policy and just a snippet of the income. So this is the endowment policy. Of course, minimum age of entry, 18 years. And we're looking at a maximum of 65 years of age. And this policy caters for inflation. Inflation ranges from 0 to 10%. And the other beauty thing about it is that you are also able to save 15% of taxation when you have this policy in place. Another important thing is that it caters for eventualities. If death happens, God forbid, there is something for your dependents. If it is accidental, it has double accidental benefit. For example, if the sum assured is 1 million, the beneficiaries get 2 million, and the policy ceases. Then when we come to the money, tuko na Wakikuyu hapa, besha, maguta, watu wa shamba, si ndio? When we come to the money, if you are focusing at a sum assured of 1 million, and there are different frequencies of payment, you can do monthly payment. That would be 14,429. If you take that option, cumulatively, after 5 years, you would have contributed 1,057,080, and your maturity would be 1.426. In terms of returns, that's around 34.9% return on investment. Is it good? Ama melala? Ama it is too good to be true? Wajua hapo kwa pesa ndio inaingianga mambo ingine. Is it too good to be true? Okay, then let's look at annual then. If you do an annual premium of 158,719, your contribution would be 968,990. The reason it is lower is that if you take an annual cover, you enjoy a 1-month discount. That's why it's lower. Then your return on investment will be 1.426,335. Your return on investment is 47.2%. And if you are more ambitious, you want 5 million. Sindio? Ikue yako. You want to have 5 million. That's your target and goal. When you look at the annual premium, we do 793, 573. Cumulatively after 5 years, you would have paid 4.844 million, and you will go home with 7.131 milli. That is a return on investment of 47.2%. Is it good? How many will take this policy after this presentation? This church has no believers? Huh? Ama, you're still thinking about it? You're remembering your investment somewhere? Sindio? So I wish to stop there. We had to make it brief, but I appreciate the opportunity to present to you, and wish to give this chance to our next presenter as they come forward. Let's appreciate Susan. Mpige makofi tena, mkono wa Yumi. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Ziko wapi?
Let's appreciate her once more.
Good afternoon once again. My name is Susan, and I'm here to represent the ABSA She Business Preposition. The reason why we are talking about the She Business Preposition is because this forum is for ladies. Why ladies? Because ladies are the backbone. They are the pillars of the Kenyan economy. Most of these businesses that are seen, which are booming, most of them they are funded by women. Gone are the days when we used to have men leading the nation. Ladies have come out and we are very strong. We have gone for the higher seats. We are leading in our areas of work. And also in everything that we start, we are doing well. So we came up with a product that is going to suit ladies. And here being the forum being for women, we have this product for women, which is the She Products. Why is it called She Products? Because we support young business ladies from the startup business. We work along with them to ensure that their business is stable and that they are able to generate good income and also expand their business. So for the ABSA She account, it's an account that has a zero balance ledger fee, and you are able to transact without no charges. Most of the current accounts usually have charges. But now we came up with an account that accommodates everyone, every business lady. So even if you are a startup, you'll not say that you'll not open that account. It is a zero ledger fee balance. You transact on that account. Have you ever worked through a bank and you are a big business person and not able to get a loan? There are so many instances that you say, this bank, Bank A, is a bad bank. Reason being, you walked into that bank and you are not able to access any credit. Why? Because no one has ever advised you or worked with you from the beginning. As ABSA Bank, we work with you from the beginning. For instance, for business people, it's always important to keep your records clean, especially for starters. You might be having stock, but within a click of button, you can't even tell what you have in your business. So keeping of business records is usually very important because you're able to tell how much stock you have, how much time you take to convert that stock into money. And most of us, we start a business to generate income and to make profits from it. So if you don't keep proper records of what you have, you might be having a dead stock and saying that you have a business. So as a bank, we'll give you such kind of advices. Another thing that we always advise a customer or a business person is always to channel your funds through a bank. Most of the bank institutions will not accept to have a statement from the M-Pesa. Why? Because most of the M-Pesa that comes through your account is not your money. Somebody can send money to you and it passes through the account. So one of the big mistakes that we make as business people is not operating our account and believing that we're in business, yet you can't access money from the bank. So going forward, ensure whatever you have, let it pass through the account, even if you have to use it tomorrow. Ensure that it passes through accounts. When you come to the bank and you're carrying your title deed or even logbook and you want us to advance you some money, then we tell you we can't give you that money. Why? Because we are not looking at that collateral. We are not looking at what is going to stand in place of that money you are giving out. Because your business at the end of the day is what is going to pay back your money. So we look through your account statement and see the transactions that are going through. So through running through your account statements, we are able to tell this business is able to generate this amount of income within a month. So at the time you are coming to my desk and telling me that you are looking for this amount of money, by a click of button, I'm able to advise you, yes, you can call for this amount of money. And again, I'm able to advise you through the inventories that you keep, the records, that this amount of money is going to help your account. I'm not underfunding you, I'm not overfunding you. So proper keeping records is very important, and also channeling your funds in the account. So most of the time, ensure that your business is fully banked in bank. It doesn't matter which bank you are channeling your funds, but ensure your business is fully captured in your bank statement, because you might be having a good business and you can't get access to funds. Remember, for your business to expand, you need money from the bank. You need money from any financial institution. So ensure that you pass money through the account. And we are here to empower you through this Absa She bank account to give you, to educate you on safe ways of banking your business. We also educate you. We also usually have other mentorship programs which we take our business people through. Absa Bank has so many forums that we organize throughout the year, and we always share it to our customers. So we ensure that we work with you. We educate you on money matters, on where to invest. We give you access to information and also access to the markets. So I will stop from there. We are seated at the back table. We'll interact with you during the session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and a wonderful presentation, and I appreciate your audience. Let's appreciate Brian as he comes forward towards the final presentation.
Good afternoon. My name is Brian Omondi. I'm a mortgage specialist for Absa, Nairobi region. So it's very hard to ask someone what is a mortgage. I think I learned a mortgage when I first got into employment. But simply, it's a home loan. What is a mortgage? A home loan. The same way you have a car loan, the same way you have a personal loan, the same way you have probably unsecured loan. So a mortgage is a home loan, and it's meant to help you to meet your dream of home ownership, okay? And the first question I would ask, how many here are homeowners? How many by show of hands are homeowners? It's a very thin population, okay? And that gives us a room to say most of us are aspiring to be homeowners, sindio? And that is the reason why this conversation is so important. Na mkiniangalia mnaona mimi ni Gen Z, sindio? So it's the right conversation to the right group, okay? One thing that I like about Gen Zs, they are very authentic. They are very organic, and they are very intentional. Those three things. I think on those spaces, on X spaces and online forums, we've had several discussions on review on the other generations. And Gen Z is coming out to be the most authentic generations of all, because they are very intentional. They know what they want. And if they don't want, they will tell you, this one I cannot do. So walisema wanaogopa uji na marriage, si ndio? Gen Z walisema, they are very authentic. They tell you, sisi kitu tunaogopa ni uji moto na ndoa. Okay? So one thing I love about this new generation that is taking wave is they are very organic, very authentic, and they are very intentional. So our intention today is to be able to enable you to become homeowners, okay? And in life, everyone starts from somewhere. The conversation that we are having currently is to decentralize most of the functions from the older generation to the younger generation. And we cannot have a better conversation than financial discipline, financial awareness, investment, and wealth creation, okay? The same way, you've realized that the whole of the day, we've been discussing about financial investments, financial awareness, financial discipline, and wealth creation. Britam will tell you the same thing. Absa Bank Assurance will teach you the same thing. And I'm also here to teach you the same thing. If you look at historical journey for our parents, they will tell you they started in SQ in Kileleshwa, okay? You start by living in an SQ in Kileleshwa, then you say, in future I'd want to live in my own compound. Then the next thing you know, 10 years down the line, they are now moving into their own home in Kileleshwa, okay? And then years down the line, you realize they have a second home and a third home, okay? So most of our parents have their second home and their third home. And it's a journey. They will tell you it's a journey. And the best way to create wealth today, apart from investments and the insurances and the policies that have been said here, it's through properties, okay? So as a young person, or probably someone who is here to own their first home, affordable housing is here for you. And most of us here who have interacted with financial institutions, lending institutions, know that interest rates right now are very crazy, okay? What do I mean by crazy? 10, 15 years down the line, interest rates were single digits, like 9%, 8%. There's a time dollar was at 4%. So if you're borrowing in dollar in 2008, 2007, your interest rate will be 4%. Do you know how much dollar is right now? If you're borrowing a dollar facility, 11.5%. So that means someone who borrowed in 2008 and someone who's borrowing now, the person who's borrowing now is borrowing times 3 what they are borrowing. Okay? Kenya shillings lending rates right now, I think as at last year, they were crazy, up to 26%, depending on the institution. Anyone who's borrowed recently a secured or unsecured facility will tell you they have been charged above 20%. Okay? So the game changer is affordable housing. That is the game changer. The interest rate for affordable housing is still a single digit at 9.5%. There can never be a better time or a better way to own a home than affordable housing. The cost of borrowing, let's say 5 million on normal market rate, would be at twice when you're borrowing under affordable housing. So that means if you're buying today an apartment, let's say in uptown Kileleshwa, one bedroom you could get at around 7.5, okay? If you borrow at normal market rate, someone would be paying around 160,000 every month. The same person, if they were to borrow under affordable housing, they will be paying half of that. So that will be around 70 to 80,000. Okay? So you wouldn't convince me that there is a better way that you're going to meet your wealth creation targets and your plans other than affordable housing. So I know some of you are thinking, here affordable housing, Naruto, na government, are they the same? No, they are not the same. Affordable housing was created in the previous regime, but it is being funded by external banks, okay? It's being funded by two models. The first model is AFDB. Who knows AFDB? I know most of us know, Africa Development Bank, okay? The second model is World Bank. So the money for affordable housing lending comes from AFDB and World Bank. Sawa sawa. So it comes through a ministry called Affordable Housing Ministry, department called KMRC, Kenya Mortgage Refinance Company. So the refinance in KMRC means we are already being financed for affordable housing. Then now it's the department that refinance to mwananchi. Sawa sawa. So you as an individual, everyone is entitled to affordable housing in their lifetime, one mortgage per person per head. So that means you and your spouse can actually get a unit. If your ability is a bit not so strong, you can combine and borrow jointly. So you combine your income, you and your spouse, then you borrow you buy a unit. So the beauty of affordable housing, you can buy any unit. It is not tied to government projects. It is not tied to only buying a unit, but you can as well construct your own house, okay? So let's say in your first 3 years of employment, you bought a plot somewhere, let's say Joska, Kitengela, Syokimau. This is the right product for you. And the parameters for affordable housing are 100%. If you were to buy a house today under affordable housing, you will not pay even a single deposit, okay? But that is maxed at 10.5. So all units 10.5 and below, you're able to buy under affordable housing at 0 deposit. That means 100% financing. Sawa sawa. So if you see a house that you like, you go and view and you think this is what I want to do, you are open to come to the bank and we're able to finance you to buy that house. If you have a plot and you're thinking, I want to build that my mansionette, I want to build that my bungalow, this is the right product for you. Come to the bank, we will finance you 100%. So if your cost of construction is 9 million and you can afford that, you come to the bank, we give you the money, you go and construct, then KMRC will come do valuation and keep your data, okay? Another thing is, this is the loan with the longest duration in terms of repayment. What is the average duration for most secured facilities in banks? 10 to 15 years, okay? Most banks will lend to you 10 to 15 years. But for affordable housing, for them to be able to create a good product, the duration was maxed up to 25 years. The average working life cycle for an employed person normally is between 25 to 30. Because most of us are employed at 25, so that means you'll work up to 60, that is 35. Some are late employed at 30, that means you'll work for 30 years, okay? Some are late employed up to around 35, that means you'll work up to for another 25 years. So that product is maxed. You can actually qualify up to 20 and repay up to 25 years. There is no income criteria. Anyone can borrow, as long as your net income is 50K and above, okay? And it is not only for employed. I know most of us here are techpreneurs, tenderpreneurs, SME. It is not only for employed. Sawa sawa. Even SME guys can borrow. As long as you've never borrowed before, you can still get affordable housing. So what are you waiting for? This is your time. This is your chance to be able to buy. It doesn't have to be a very big dream. You can start somewhere. You can start as early, as small as studio apartment, as small as 1 bedroom. And that is how we build wealth, okay? You buy your first car and then you realize you can buy your second. There is power in starting out, okay? So you get your first mortgage and then you realize you can actually accelerate your payments and pay fast. You can use that house as a facility to take another mortgage. So as much as we are thinking in the line of investments, policies, insurances, housing is basic. Most of us here, around 90%, are still living in rental apartments. And with mortgages, we normally say the earlier the better. So, if it's just like a baby, someone who was born in 2010, right now is around 14 years old, okay? So someone who borrowed a mortgage 10 years ago, right now they've already repaid up to 14 years. So the earlier you start, the better for you. Usingoje ufike ile age yenye unaona retirement inafika bado 9 years. 9 years ni kidogo, and that is the time that you want to book your first mortgage. You'll get that it is not sustainable, because even in terms of lending, some of the parameters we look at are your income, then we look at your duration, which means basically your age, and then the interest rate. So the longer you borrow, the manageable or the affordable the repayments. Sindio? And then the earlier you borrow, the better you are to get a unit that will serve you in the generations to come. Because right now, if I was to probably buy my first house, chances are it's an apartment, right? At my age, I'm starting out. Chances are I have maybe 2 kids max. So I wouldn't go for a mansion in probably Kitengela for 4-bedroom. Otherwise, I would go for maybe a 2-bedroom apartment in Syokimau. So that will serve me for the next maybe 10, 15 years as I'm repaying that. As the family needs grow and expansion, because we always grow. Most of us have moved over 10 houses. Because you start in a bedsitter today, you realize, by the way, I don't have a cabinet. Then now you want to move into a 1-bedroom next year. And then you realize, by the way, I have 3 kids. Before you realize, you say, all of them need their bedroom. Now I'm moving to a 4-bedroom. And that is how wealth is created, okay? So chances are today, I will take my first apartment in Syokimau. I deal with that for maybe 10 to 15 years. And then as you go in life, your income always grows, right? Then you realize, actually, I can actually pay off that balance of 2 million and buy another, probably maybe a plot and do my construction, probably maybe buy another standalone house in Kiserian. And you realize by the time you're coming to your retirement or old age, if you're in SME, that point where you are in denial, you want to leave your business for your daughter, your son, but again you still feel you're strong. Or you fear that business will not live longer, okay? So you realize by the time you're hitting old age, you have 4 properties in your name. So all I would say today is take your first step. That rent you're paying somewhere will actually get you a studio, okay? Because units of around 5 million, you could be paying around 40K for 25 years. That 1-bedroom you're paying somewhere, you're just helping your tenant to do a mortgage, okay? So you're paying a mortgage, you don't know you're paying a mortgage through your landlord. So that rent that you're paying in a 3-bedroom or a 4-bedroom in Eastlands or in along Mombasa Road or Wayaki Way, you can actually channel that into your own home ownership. And the journey is so painless, it is so easy, because banks are there for you. So take advantage of affordable housing, push yourself, take the challenge, then come to us, we will finance you. So with those few remarks, I would like to say you are free to come to our table. You're free to come to our branches. We have branches all over the country. And you're free to ask all the questions you have. I think people perish because of lack of knowledge, okay? Someone would be like let me just take a case. Our parents, they will live in Nairobi for over 60 years, and then they go home and they want to construct their retirement home at 60, okay? But it's a journey that they didn't know. Same way, you also want to put yourself in a point of not knowing, why we are here to make you know. So all those questions that you have, shoot them. You can come to our desk, come to our branches. Take advantage of affordable housing. There is no better deal than affordable housing. Sawa. Thank you.
Thank you. Tumpatie 5 factorial, sindio? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. Thank you so much for your patience. I know it's not easy, but we appreciate you. We are looking forward to serving you in our branches and interacting with you and even knowing you better. I just want to remind you, don't be scared about the 25 years. The endowment I've spoken about, you can buy that endowment for 5 years or 10 years and use it to offset your loan, your mortgage. So don't be scared. It can be done. Si ndio? Wale watu wa aluta, si ndovu tano zinaanguka tu tukiangaliana. Si ndio? Wale watu wa Kasigara, mwezi inaisha 3,000 imeisha. Si ndio? You know where your money goes. Sawa? Sitaki kumention sadaka, mnaweza nichapa. So MC, karibu. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's give them a factor 3, guys. No. I'm in charge. 1, 2, 3, let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. Thank you so much, Absa Bank. That was an amazing presentation. Without further ado, I would like to introduce a remarkable leader who embodies the spirit of women empowerment, innovation, transformation. She's beautiful, she has brains, she has impact. Hii nakwambia tunampatia factor 5. Yani, she is the reason that we are gathered here today. Women supporting women. She has put this together. She has made sure that we are here to network, share ideas, meet our partners, and that is my CEO. She is the reason I am here today. At 25 years, I have this confidence for me to stand here and moderate this conference because of how she's held my hand. Yani, even mnafaa kuwa mnanichocha na makofi nikisema hivi, guys. So I would like to introduce my CEO, Madam Grace. Tunampea factor 5. Akianza tu kusimama hivi, tunaanza, sawa? Aya, fanyeni hivi. Mikono, rub your hands, guys, rub your hands. Aya, 1, 2, 3, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. Welcome, Madam CEO.
Thank you so much, my able colleague, Happiness. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, all protocols of TAP, good afternoon once more. Yes, just as she said, my name is Grace Adera. I am the CEO of Disclosure for Liberation, DFL Media Services. I am humbled this afternoon to be able to stand before beautiful faces of women who have made it and continuing to make it better. Women who are aspiring to do better. Women who are looking forward and looking up to other women ahead of the race, to hold their hands, to tell them that it is okay. In my midst, in our midst today, I do have my dear colleagues, a bunch of beautiful ladies with, of course, gender balance. My office consists of 6 women and a gender balance of 1 finance director. And therefore, I do not only stand here to say that I'm holding hands of young women, but I do not only stand here to say that I'm holding hands of young women, but I'm doing it in practice. We are graced this afternoon. We are blessed this afternoon, not only to read in the books, not only to watch on YouTube about ladies, about marehemus who are ladies ahead of the game. But in the Generation Z, they are authentic, they are very demure, they are cutesy, they want to see, they want to touch, they want to feel. And therefore, when I say that there is a woman, not only as a CEO, but as a deputy governor, not only in a county that women are not, have never been that appreciated. And there are counties in our country today whereby Women are sidelined when it comes to issues politics, when it comes to issues social justice, when it comes to issues management, when it comes to issues home management. So today, with absolute pleasure, in our midst, we have our chief guest of honor, Her Excellency, Madam Philomena Kipkori, who is the Deputy Governor of Trans Nzoia County. Please, before I proceed, could we just give her a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Her Excellency, Madam, thank you so much for creating time for us. Thank you so much for choosing to come and support. Thank you so much for choosing to come and empower. Thank you so much for choosing to come and give us hope. The DFL media, in your busy schedule, in all that you could be doing today and at this particular moment, just sitting next to you, I've heard you say so many, excuse me, I'm in a meeting. Excuse me, I'm in a meeting. It is just so humbling to know that the meeting is DFL Media. It's just so humbling to know that the meeting is about empowering that young woman on social media. And how do we empower her? By bringing you on board. By letting them know that not only do we say about women empowerment, we do have it in practical. Thank you so much for coming. And I would also want to give you the platform not only to introduce yourself, but also to introduce your wing lady. Odogu does not walk by herself, isn't it? Yes. In case somebody throws a stone to the brilliant brain, somebody has to do what? Protect it, yeah? Thank you so much for coming. And with no further ado, I know you are constrained of time. I will wrap it up and invite you to come and bless us with a few remarks. So, Mr. DJ, please, come. Can you give us that? That's a beautiful one.
I would like our CEO to come with the music and usher Her Excellency as they dance kidogo, senior. Yes, I would like our CEO to just, hey, wait, 20, chosen generation, let's go. Call for to show his excellence. Wait, come on, let us all stand. Let's stand up. Let's all stand up. Let's all stand up, guys. Give us a move.
We are a chosen generation. We've been called for to show his excellence.
We need one move. All I require for life
has given me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Karibu.
Asante sana. Good afternoon, ladies. Are you not happy today? Indeed, I am very happy as well. But before I say anything, allow me to give this opportunity to my friend whom I've come with, because I think she's also one of those very powerful ladies, someone I've known for the longest time, someone who has also inspired me over the years. And when I was still in the corporate world, I worked actually all my life in ABSA. So I don't know whether you know me. I see very new faces there. But when I was in the bank, I remember meeting Judy, my friend here, and she was a CEO then. And I used to tell her, I really want to be a CEO in a parastatal. How did you make it? So I think before I speak, let her just come and share with us a few words. I don't know how to do those factorials, but can you please clap for her as she comes over? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. No need for factorials. I already feel the joy, and I think the appreciation, so that's good. Good afternoon. I was not very appropriately dressed, but I think I'm appropriately dressed. Right? For a Friday, because we normally dress down on Fridays. So I was telling her, I'm dressed down, can I come? She said yes, a big yes. So I'm happy to be here. Judy, Oduma Wangalwa are my names. Her Excellency is a very good friend. And by extension, Ruby, I'm very proud of you. Where are you seated? Ah, there you go. Knowing that Ruby is actually, have you even finished school? Yes. Just graduating. That's why I liked his comments that Gen Zs are authentic and they don't care about tomorrow. If you want to do it anything, do it now. So even if it's mortgages and all that, do it now and move with it. In my lifetime, in fact, Your Excellency, I must mention this, I never knew I would one time even serve as a director anywhere. Because I also come from the communities, maybe you don't even know it. The Tesos, they come from somewhere near the border of Uganda. Sometimes when you mention, people confuse with the Luyas. I get annoyed, but I say it's okay. But these are real issues, and we're not saying that the men who are sidelining you today, because boy child is also starting to suffer. But it's true. Sometimes in leadership positions, we don't get it easy to find space or to create space for women. So I'm happy that today we are thinking about creating that space, and especially financial independence, because that's the beginning of empowerment for women. So congratulations, all of you who are here. But not forgetting, I must mention also, where was I the CEO? In an organization that brings together all your members of county assembly, MCAs, all the 2,450 MCAs across the country, and the speakers of county assemblies. But of course, interacting a lot with the Senate, National Assembly, and the executive at the national level. Interesting times, tough times, but times good for growth. So no regrets. Anywhere you go, whether in Absa Bank, whether in Britam, anywhere, make a difference wherever you are. So I wanted to start with a beating to the gentleman who just spoke here before I came in. Is it Odhiambo or who from Absa? Yeah? Omondi. Omondi, imagine me standing here. I also had a phobia and questions and doubts about affordable housing. Imagine me here, and I've been a CEO. Currently, I'm a team leader for the Kenya Devolution Program. So you can imagine the ignorance. When you hear affordable housing, you think about, what you said. Let me not say it loudly. We associate it with other things and other people. That means you have not done enough education to the people about the benefits and the opportunities that present themselves openly out there. So for me, it's a challenge. Maybe you started with me today. I don't know how much you're doing with other people across the 47 counties. You spoke about decentralizing your services. How much have you done? I think we must begin doing that, because women need financial independence. They cannot do that if they have no knowledge about it. And that's what you're teaching today, I think. So I was even wondering, if we have no knowledge, what will your presentation do? When I walked in, he was making a very good presentation, very powerful. And with that, I just made one simple speech. It's in diagrams. This is how I normally do it. In diagrams, it's not written. I was just drawing it here. We're speaking about financial literacy, and therefore equals financial, to me, wisdom. Because financial management, financial whatever, your tracking, your whatever, leads to wisdom on how you're going to spend it. Then you spoke about wealth. And I agree with you, your health is also your wealth. So good health, therefore good wealth. I'm adding another word, which I'm hoping that the women sitting around this table today will speak about as they move out of that door today. Your network is your net worth. So network equals net worth. So those three things: financial literacy, financial wisdom, and of course independence and all that. Your health, your wealth, your network, your net worth. That if I jumped out here today with no job, I know tomorrow I'll find a job. That if I jumped out here without Adera, I know I will find Ruby to work with me. That's how life is, and I'm telling you from experience. Now I'm talking about me, experience. Do your job right, have your network right, and that's your net worth. So I hope I'm sharing this with people today. 2, and I'll finish with this one. We are in a system of governance where we are devolved. So let's speak about devolution. And I'm talking about that because I think all along in my life, I've been in the area of governance, but specifically on decentralization and governance. And leading the Kenya Devolution Program today, which is funded fully by UK aid. I can't speak, I can't sit before speaking about devolution. We have 47 counties. So my question is, how far have you, and I started with the Monday, I think, decentralized this financial education to the people so that the women in the villages, in the wards, can get this independence in the counties? Because if you do that, then it will mean that you begin thinking about how do we diversify knowledge, but also the products that you presented here. And that definitely will lead us to what exactly we mean by devolution. Remember, devolved institutions, the county governments, were actually created. One of the things they're supposed to solve was actually to make counties, villages, wards, centers of wealth creation, economic development. What are the banks doing? What is Britam doing? What is ABSA doing? What is Stanbic doing to realize that? Because then, if you promote local economic development, I like this word, local economic development, then it means you also have to start thinking about innovations as financial institutions. And you cannot do that without having at the back of your mind that you must create employment. Because those are some of the things that the Gen Zs were asking the other day, you were asking about the other day. So we must empower these communities, these counties, these wards. Because if not, then we cannot talk about employment creation. We'll still have people migrating from the local to Nairobi. And it's only then, when you achieve this, that you can actually be able to, my friend, sell your premiums. You can sell your premiums and the mortgages and so on and so forth. And at the end of the day, create the wealth that you're talking about. If we don't do this, we can't create wealth. If we don't do this, we will not have many duplicated or duplicates of Her Excellency Philomena. No. We'll only have now we'll continue having the 7 deputy governors, 8 deputy governors who are ladies and 7 governors who are ladies. We will not move from there. So we are asking you to take part in that Financial inclusion has been a key discussion. Make it happen. Decentralization, make it happen. Affordable housing, education, make it happen. Otherwise, the premiums will only be selling them to Nairobi, and maybe Mombasa, and maybe Nakuru. Political inclusion, you can only talk about a few ladies or a few women. Women will still not be able to participate if they don't have Pesa Mfukoni. So as you discuss this, and I'm very happy you pulled me here, this really is the only way we can educate ourselves, but also go outside and get more women empowered to be able to take responsibility, but also positions when it comes to the political circles, economic cycles, and elsewhere. Thank you. And of course, I return the mic to you, Your Excellency, my good friend.
I think she deserves another round of applause. Thank you very much. Ameniuza kidogo, amesema she doesn't have a written speech, so I didn't know what to do with my written speech. Anyway, before I go to the written speech, as I mentioned earlier, I think it's really, really a privilege to be here. Why do I say so? I celebrate the women in this room today. I celebrate women in Kenya. As much as we celebrate the men as well, there's a reason why I really celebrate the women. I can tell you, we have made strides in terms of women empowerment in the country. I know a number of you remember the days of Beijing. Have you heard of those days? When people went to Beijing to go and, I think that is the time we really realized that we have women who are really, really striving for equality for women. And then for the older ones like ourselves, we knew about the likes of Zipporah Kitonyi. Then she was the chair of Maendeleo Wanawake. And we have had many others, very strong women who have come after her. I'm also privileged to be among her mentees. She happens to come from my county. And together we sit sometimes and just talk about what we can do in terms of empowering women. So when I heard about this, I was really happy. I heard about this from my daughter, Ruby, as well as Philip, who has been my friend for a while. And I said I must be here. I can't tell you what I missed today to be here, but I must say that it is worth it. I actually also just left hospital, and I was telling my daughter, let me just come. There are tests that I have to continue with after coming here. But I said again, it is worth it. So when you talk about social media, I think that is where we are headed, and that is where we are today. We have seen the impact of social media in the last few months, especially through the Gen Zs, where any information is quickly disseminated and quickly shared, and today you cannot even hide. And I'm happy it has come. Whilst we have a lot of positives with the social media space, we also have, of course, issues with social media. That is where things like hate speech thrive in. We have many other things, cyberbullying, that come in through social media. And other than being the deputy governor of Trans Nzoia County, I also happen to be an EXCOM member of IALGA. Now, IALGA, we work with some sponsors or partners, and one of them is Strong Cities Network across the world, which advocates against extremism, polarization, hatred, and violence. And the reason why I talk about this or mention this is because one of the things we look at, especially when it comes to hate speech, we look at the use of social media. And last year, I had an experience myself where I came under very heavy attack on social media, where I got a lot of death threats, I got a lot of bullying. I must tell you, during campaign, that was 2022, this was like, anybody who has campaigned or been in the public domain, you will realize that it can actually get brutal on social media. So in 2022, of course, I experienced that, but last year, it was really bad. So you can imagine here, we are working with the counties to ensure that we do away with hate speech, polarization, extremism, and then you become the victim of that. The story is really long. Some of you may have read about some of those things because we actually went all the way to Senate, went to DCI, all those things. But when I looked back, I realized, is it because of my gender? And I can tell you today that as a woman, it is even more difficult. I remember when I was campaigning, I was even divorced from my husband. I didn't even know I was divorced. Nikaambiwa kumbe nimeachana na bwana, sijui nini. You know, so many things as a woman, actually, they come through. And when I see women like yourselves today using that particular platform to advance yourselves, and I'm told you have very many followers. Within this room, we have about how many? Over 300? 300,000 followers. I mean, million. Amazing. Can you clap for yourselves? Amazing. So when I see women fighting for their space on social media, I can tell you for free, I respect you a lot. Because it can get really brutal over there. But I can also tell you that there are so many opportunities within that space. So many. I remember some time back, I think 2019, I was with an executive coach when I just left the bank, and I went to see an executive coach, and she told me 65% of the jobs that we have today will not, I mean, we see social media or we see the internet as a threat to our jobs. But in the near future, we are going to have over 65% new jobs that will come from the same internet. So that tells you how much we have in terms of opportunities. So when you look at the two, you have to balance, ensure that you also turn a blind ear to all that bullying that comes through there, and see how you can turn that around to ensure that you actually build yourself on social media. So I'm really proud of yourselves. I'm so proud of you. I'm told that not, of course, everyone had a chance to come today being a Friday, and I know so many entrepreneurs are very busy on Fridays and over the weekends. But just seeing the people who have turned up today here is really encouraging. And for me, it's quite representative of what we have out there. So I celebrate all the women today. I celebrate what you're doing on social media. And I want to believe that we can work together. Even us on the government side in politics, we see how we can support you. As my colleague, my friend said earlier, we have 7 governors, female governors. And the other day they launched the G7, which is basically to see how they can empower women in leadership. And they're targeting that the next elections, 2027, will have not just 7 female governors, but 24. And so, of course, we look at also how many deputy governors that are female that we have, that already have taken themselves to that step. And we have 8 of us. So we work very closely, the 8 of us, to see how we can empower women and as we empower ourselves. So, of course, we are also working very closely with partners like Judy's organization. And in fact, the other day, 2 days ago, we had a meeting with Judy, and we were looking at how do we empower women at the grassroots. And those are the conversations that actually touch on yourselves. We look at how do we empower you economically, how do we empower you in many other ways. And when you look at the fact that many of you here are very young, it is very encouraging. Because we have very worrying statistics, even at primary and secondary level, where we have a lot of pregnancies of young girls. I have a school in Kitale that has 19 girls who are pregnant as we speak. One school. So when we see young people like yourselves coming up and really pushing yourselves, we then have role models that we can go down there and tell people, actually, we have young people like yourselves who are doing very well. So it's really, really encouraging to see that. So as deputy governors, as leaders who have a platform and a voice from where we can speak, then we look at how do we empower the women, how do we empower from a very young age. And why do we look at it at that level is because sometimes we want to meet you at maybe 20, 21, but already you've gone through so much, and the people who have actually gotten themselves to the level where they are today, they've had to do so much to get there. So we are looking at younger ages and how we can support the girl child so that it's easier for them to excel and to raise their head. So as you continue to do whatever you're doing, which is very commendable, first thing I always say, look towards God. That is where you start from. I'm happy that today we have financial companies, the banks are here. I know that you cannot walk alone. The banks are here, and I'm happy. A number of them have products that support women. We have ABSA, the sheep business. We have Stanbic. We have other banks also as well that have products that support women. Take advantage of those products. And I like the financial literacy that banks are now giving out so that you don't make mistakes. You take that loan and use it, in a way that will not help you. So that's another thing that please try and take advantage of. Something else that you have seen, I think the government in its agenda to ensure that we are supporting the ICT space. Now we have hubs across the counties, the countries and within the counties. And I think there's an ambitious plan to develop 1,450 hubs, ICT hubs across. So that, again, that opens up the space on social media and the opportunities where you can make money and do business. So as a government, at the county level, national government, I think there's a lot of support towards that. And that is why we have a specific ministry that deals with ICT. So let's take advantage. And that tells you the support and all the goodwill that is across there to support your endeavors. So again, remember, and I'm sure many of you have mentors, people that you can speak to, people who have done it and are excelling. We have so many women out there, maybe not necessarily social media entrepreneurs, but entrepreneurs who are female, who have done very well. And you can look up to them, go talk to them, and I'm sure women are happy to hold each other. We hear sometimes that women are each other's worst enemies. I don't think that is true. Go and ask. If that particular person doesn't want to support you, there's another woman who is willing to support you. So you don't get discouraged over that. So I want to take this chance to read my speech, if you'll allow me. So thank you for the opportunity again, for allowing me to speak in this inspiring conference of Nairobi Women Entrepreneurs on Social Media. I am thrilled to witness the remarkable energy and innovation that each of you brings to the table. In today's digital age, social media is not just a tool. It's a gateway to vast opportunities, expansive networks, and unparalleled growth. It has fundamentally changed how we conduct business, enabling us to reach audiences far beyond our local communities. Here in Kenya, with internet penetration at approximately 43% as at 2023, and over 23 million active social media users, the potential for economic and social advancement is immense. So you can imagine over 23 million active social media users. Is that not business for you? Those are prospects, people where you can actually reach out to and sell your wares. So Nairobi's women entrepreneurs are leading this digital revolution using social media to build strong brands, drive significant economic growth, and create lasting impact. Your creativity, resilience, and entrepreneurial spirit are not only setting new standards, but also inspiring countless others to follow in your steps. However, while the opportunities are tremendous, so are the challenges. Successfully navigating the digital landscape requires not just creativity, but also strategic planning and a deep understanding of market trends. We must engage authentically with our audiences to stand out in an increasingly crowded space, all while ensuring that our online presence is secure and protected. One of the most pressing concerns is the safety of the girl child on social media. While these platforms offer great potential, they also expose young women to significant risks, including cyberbullying, body shaming, and in extreme cases, we have femicide. A 2022 report by the African Union African Women Development and Communication Network, FEMNET, highlighted that 28% of women in Kenya have faced some form of online harassment. Among young girls aged between 15 and 24 in urban areas, a staggering 65% report having encountered online harassment. These figures are more than just statistics. They represent real lives, real pain, and real challenges that must be addressed. The rise in gender-based violence, both online and offline, further exacerbates these risks. In 2023, Kenya recorded over 7,500 cases of gender-based violence, with a significant portion linked to online interactions. Tragically, femicide remains a devastating reality, claiming the lives of young women and leaving entire communities in grief. As a government, we are fully committed to supporting your efforts. We are focused on enhancing our digital infrastructure, providing essential training, and crafting policies that foster a thriving and safe environment for women entrepreneurs. Your success is a reflection of our collective progress, and together we can build a more inclusive and dynamic economy. Let us continue to support each other, innovate with courage, and harness the power of social media to propel our businesses forward, while steadfastly ensuring the safety and dignity of every girl and woman online. Thank you for your dedication, your passion, and your invaluable contributions to Nairobi's vibrant entrepreneurial landscape. Thank you, and may God bless you all. Thank you. I just want to add something small before I sit. I just want to appreciate DFL in a very special way to think up about this particular space, about social media women entrepreneurs. I think it was a wonderful idea. Wonderful idea. We do it without realizing. And that is, we go to Instagram, you see a nice product, you buy it, but you don't think much about it. But today we have the faces behind those Instagram pages. We have the faces behind those Facebook pages. And maybe I'm even a customer to one of you. Yeah, it's possible. But today, when you come now, we have a face-to-face interaction during the conference, then you appreciate more that the people behind those pages are real people, and they are putting in real effort. So thank you for this particular conference, and we want to work with you. I want to mention this to my colleagues, so that during your next conference, then we have more speakers here. And when we go back to the ground, what we're going to do, because one of the things we normally do, we identify the opportunities for support within different, perspectives or different lines. So we are going to also look at the entrepreneurs who are doing their work on social media. That is something that I'm going to share with my colleagues so that we see how do we support you. And for those who have maybe male governors and male deputy governors, don't worry. We are working very closely with them. We've incorporated them, and when we have brilliant ideas and opportunities, we work closely with them. So for you guys who are in Nairobi, for those who are in upcountry, we have, I just want to assure you that we are happy to support and work with you. You realize that at the county level is where we really directly interact with you. I don't know about Nairobi much, but I know that's what we do in upcountry. So I believe that those interactions will continue, and then we can see how much you can support as well. So I want to, again, take this opportunity to also appreciate the sponsors. When I was told how many sponsors were there today, and this is the first time, honestly, I was really impressed. So thank you. I think a clap to all of us here today, also for turning up. So we start with DFL. A clap to DFL. A clap to the sponsors. And a clap to you women who are doing a fantastic job. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You'll allow me to go back. I think my friend also has a meeting. I'll also go back to hospital. Thank you very much for this opportunity. God bless you. Thank you.
Wow. 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 What a blessing. Her Excellency, thank you so much for blessing us with your speech. Thank you so much for empowering us with your speech. Thank you so much for encouraging us with your speech. Thank you so much for informing us about issues that are not only within your line of work and duty, but also targets corporates and other bodies that work together to empower women. Thank you so much for the support in your involvement in crafting policies that support women empowerment. Madam Judy, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for the most empowering speech on women finance and women's safety in regards to not only today, but into the future. On mortgages, on retirement plans, and I was very thrilled that you picked up that Because the Kenyan woman today, it still rolls down to how financially independent she is. If that is not sorted, there's nothing else that can be rolled up for her to be elevated to a platform that she could know better and do better. We really do appreciate that. Because of time, I would hand over the microphone to our able MC, Happiness. Please allow me to leave the platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. A round of applause for our CEO. For 1 second before Her Excellency, and of course, Madam, before you guys leave. Women empowerment is a global concern. And it is a privilege we have them as our champions today. So there is a motto I want all of us to say, with them, of course, being at the forefront, with all of us being behind them. So it will be Her Excellency, our distinguished Madam, and our CEO, the rest of us behind them. Then we're going to say this on the camera. So my camera people, please, I need the cameras hapa juu, because sisi wote tutakuwa huku chini. One thing that I have noted, that they have said, you empower a woman, you empower the world. So this is what we're going to say. Empowered women, empowered world. Together we thrive. Meshika. Empowered women, empowered world. Together we thrive. One more time. Empowered women, empowered world. Together we thrive. She said your network is your net worth. You need each other. Na niliwaambia usitoke hapa kama ujui umekaa kando ya nani. I can be the next president in the next 5 years. You need evidence of knowing me, my people. Aya. So now, my camera people, I need all the cameras on stage. And then please, Your Excellency, the distinguished lady, our CEO, I need you at the forefront. The rest of us to simame tafadhali. We need all of us to be upstanding. This is a serious shot. Empowered women, empowered world, together we thrive. Sawa? Msiniangushe kwa kamera jamani. Mnajua mimi ninakuanga kwa TV, msiniangushe. Mnajua ule msichana anasemanga ile advert ya Ariel? Ile Ariel washing powder. Msichana anafua akisema economy imenifinya. Ni mimi. Msiniaibishe kwa kamera. So I'm gonna, please, the three of you, I'm gonna need you at the forefront of this shot. My camera people, I stand guided. I need them to be at the forefront of this shot. Empowered women, empowered world, together we thrive. Our CEO, I'll need you katikati yao, please. No, you need to face me, yes. Yes, katikati, yeah, that's beautiful, that's beautiful. So at the count of 3, ikaini kama tujarihas, sindio? Simnajua social media, we create content. Atujapanga is stuff, sawa? So ni empowered women, empowered world, together we thrive. Sawa? Nikisema go ndo mrekode. Wasijue tulirihas. Sawa? Aya. Aya, tuko sawa? Our camera people, unatuona sisi watu. Tusonge nyuma. Okay, tusonge nyuma guys. Ini content. Tusonge nyuma. Do you think we should raise our hands, ama? Unajua ini content, mini manage. Mnaonaje hii content? Hii content yetu inaenda viral to trend, manze. President ataona tuende State House. Haya. Na smile. Ninaweza weka Citizen TV kesho. You know, come close guys. Come close.
If you believe you
Yeah?
can move the highest mountain.
Sisahau, empowered women, empowered world, together we thrive. Hapo kwa together, mnashikana mkono tunainua hivi, together we thrive. Sawa? Aya, sasa unajua neka mic chini juu ndio isikae script. Sawa? Oh.
If you believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans.
Empowered women, empowered world, together. Ngojeni. Mimi ndio MC ama ni nyinyi? Kwani mnataka kazi yangu? Sasa one more time. Perfect. Sawa? Smile everybody, smile. Shikani mkono. So, for empowered women, empowered world, mikono iko chini. Together, together. Aya, mnaweza kaa chini. chini sasa, mnaweza kaa chini. Thank you guys. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Wow. We do not take it for granted for your presence. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Thank you so much, Madam. Wapigeni makofi as they leave, guys. That was an amazing, impactful conversation. Where? Ameongelelea pesa nikajiuliza. Hey, na venye wasi invest. What am I doing with my life? I need to actually think about it. Financial literacy is very, very important. Na kushikana mkono is very important. Guys, let me tell you something. Hiki tu amesema ya your network is your net worth. Very, very important. I can tell you, hakuna kazi. Oh, I'm needed outside. Apologies. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
If you believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans, walk across the water, the water.
Come on, everybody, get your feet happy. Let's go, come on. Where my islanders? Can some of y'all run down here to the front real quick? I gotta know who's in the building. Where my islanders? I need y'all to run down here. Come on, let me see you.
This is DJ Ranta, Mr. Party Master.
DJ Ranta, the Mr. Party Master.
Come on, Jehovah, say it. Jehovah, you say it. I trust in you. In you. Say it, y'all. Oh Lord, Jehovah, you. I trust. Say it. I trust. Show me how to do it, y'all. In you. I believe. Say it. Say it. I believe you. I trust. I trust. Come on. In you. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Jehovah, you. Where y'all at? Come on. Come on. I trust in you. I believe. Say it. I believe. You are the God of miracles. You are the God of
Okay, I'm back.
You are the God of wonder.
So, nilikuwa napiga story before I left. I was saying something about your network. Your network, yes. Mimi mwenyewe, I'm a testimony of the network thing. Mimi, there is no job I've gotten so far through my CV. Let me tell you, nimetuma CVs. Rejected. Hauna experience, just finished school. Ay. Lakini, I started working in my first year. Bila jobs za CV. I was working with the UN, UNICEF. How? Your network. Because when I was in high school, I was the vice president of all the high school students in Kenya, 2016. So, I created rapport with the UNICEF people. So, namaliza high school hivi, nikaingia UNICEF. Nikachapa shule kidogo, natuma ma CV kwa radio station, rejected. Ay! Nikasema, kwani hawa watu wanapatanga kazi na hizi email? Kwani wao waandika hizi email aje? Ama jina yangu ndo ifurahishi? Kwani happiness haifurahishi? Nikasema, anyway, let me still continue. So I worked with the UNICEF for, I think, a year, 6 months. And then I wanted radio. I'm so passionate about media. Mi tangu nikuwe mdogo sijai kutaka kuwa daktari, pilot, hizo my dreams za watoto. Me, I just wanted to be on TV. Nilikuwa naona watu kwa TV, naambia mamangu, hey mom, wana watu kwa TV. My mom is here. She can say if I'm lying. And then I used to tell her, mimi nataka kukua kwa TV. So I knew I wanted to be on TV. And anything to get me on TV, I would do. And the first step to get to TV, juu TV ni ngumu, ni radio. Hey, wadau nimeandika CV. I think I've done over 200. Na zote ni rejected. Anyway, so in one of these UN whatever's activations, I meet one radio personality. I won't mention the name. And I tell the person of my dreams. Akaniambia, unajua naanzisha online radio ya youth na sina host. Nikamwambia, aya, ukweli. Akaniambia, utakuwa unakuja 2 times a week na kupea 40,000. Nikasema, ala, hivyo ndo niko na kazi. So I went to radio, worked for 2 years. Sauti Radio. Sasa nikimaliza nikajiambia, sasa naenda wapi next? I was doing my diploma in media and communication because I wanted to do my degree in international relations. So your time nikimaliza radio nilikuwa nimemaliza diploma. So as I'm doing my degree, I'm almost done with my degree. Radio contract inaisha, COVID inakuja, radio inafungwa. What do I do? Manze nikarudi kwa CV. Rejected. Nikiamka asubuhi rejected. Naenda kwa mamangu namwambia guy, kwani wewe unapatangaje job? Juu mimi CV zangu haziendi. Mamangu ananiambia you're still young. There's something about parents, they don't see you're growing. Actually, there's something about parents. They don't see you like grow. Anyway, my degree is done. You have to go to where? Internship. Right? Remember me, I'm not passionate about anything. You know even how people strive to want to go abroad for greener pastures? Me sina hizo. Me, I want to go for vacation and come back. Yeah? Okay. So anyway, I met a big personality again in one of the activations. Hivi. Kwa conference hivi, mimi nilienda tu alikuwa MC, it's Trevor Umbija. He was the MC. Mimi nikaenda confidently. Ndio Trevor sasa. Ilikuwa break time Kaambia hi Trevor. Wacha niwaambie, ukikutana na hawa celebrities, ongea na wao nikao unawajua. Unamwambia tu hi. Unakumbuka we met that time. Those people meet so many people they don't even remember. So, because he wants to look good, he'll pretend he knows you. Nikamwambia, you remember we met at that conference? Akaniambia, oh yes, I remember. Mimi sijaionana na huyo mtu. Anyway, I'll continue with my story. Right about now, those registrations. Mr. Philip, before you leave, have the ladies registered? The ones who are doing presentations, I need the names. Okay. Let me welcome my managing director to come and introduce our next presentation. I'll continue with my story. Sijali, bado tuko hapa. I'll continue. So a round of applause for Madam Mercy, our MD. Mpigeni makofi, guys.
Thank you very much, Happiness. I hope we are wowed. I hope we are still energized. So up on stage, I want to introduce Madam Ekrin. She's one person who's really on the social media space. So she's just going to give us a few insights of how to survive there, how to develop a thick skin, how to behave, how to make the most out of it, maybe her experiences, and then we can always engage her if you have anything that we need more clarification on. So we are going to give her factor 3 as she comes, in the interest of time. So let's go 3, 2, 1. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much. So, good evening, everybody. It's past 2, by the way. You can't hear? It's already afternoon. Yeah, now Kimbiza. So anyway, just by a show of hands, how many of you believe that social media, you cannot hear me? You shout. You can hear me right now? Anyway, by a show of hands, how many of you believe that social media can help women, or rather it can help you guys to grow your business? If you believe, just wave at me. Yeah, kwa sababu hakuna haja, I come here with the tips and tricks. Na ushakufa moyo, si ni ukweli? So anyway, let me introduce myself. My name is Ekrin Madaga. Number 1, I'm a child of God. Number 2, I'm a wife. And I'm also a mother. On top of that, I'm a social media. I'm a social media coach, and I'm also a brand influencer. So I'm proud, guys. I'm really, really honored. And DFL, you guys are doing an amazing job to empower all these beautiful women. So before I proceed, msidhani sina mpoa. I'm not single. I said I'm a wife, yeah? So I'm here with my husband. At a wave too. Yeah, so thank you so much. Thank you so much. So today I'm just going to do this briefly in a very simple version so that you'll be able to understand what you're supposed to do in social media as a businesswoman. Because one thing I know is that social media is not going anywhere. Utaenda, utaiwacha. Other people will continue using it, and that I'll give you, I'll use myself as an example. I started this in 2021. You know, COVID came. I was working as an IT expert. COVID came. Tukaanza kulipwa mshahara nusu. Ilienda kipunguzwa. So ikafika point I was like, okay, what is TikTok? Because that is what I started with. I was like, what is TikTok? I used to see my sister posting videos, and I was laughing at her. My husband is a witness. I used to laugh. And I used to ask my husband, kwa nini huyu anashindanga kwa hii app? You do, unaona? Like, so later on I was like, if you have knowledge about something, if you understand something, you'll be able to use it. So I developed the knowledge, and that is when I left my job. And that is when I started TikTok. And I was making money from TikTok by going live. I made it my job. While other people are going to work, I used to wake up and go live in the morning at 8 exactly. You mkienda ofisi venye mnaenda, mimi naingia live mpaka 4. I would break for lunch just like other people. That is what I used to do. And I'll close my job at 4. And that is how I used to make my money. I was not a good content creator by then. Why? Because TikTok, way back, it was for fun. It was extremely for fun. You just go and make short videos. Video yako inafika Indonesia na uko Kenya. Inafika kwa wase wanaongea French and you're in Kenya. But what happened? 2021 came, 2022, I got pregnant. I had some complication and I had to take a break. So I took a long break and then I came back in 2023 again. That is why I started by saying this social media is not going anywhere. Niwe utaenda, utaiacha, other people will continue utilizing it. So I came back, I've given birth, algorithm has changed. That is how I came to understand, kwa nini na shoot hii video moja nilikuwa napata 100 views ipati? It's not working. Nakoma kwa 20 views, 24 views, and I was like, something is wrong. That is when I went back to the roots. Unarudi kwa blueprint. You know, because if you see yourself struggling with views and other people are getting, the problem is you, not other people. You cannot be saying the platform doesn't like me. Aiwajui. You know, all of us, tuko hapa, tuko social media. Do you know, even the CEO of TikTok doesn't know we exist. They don't know we exist. The same thing with Facebook, the same thing with Instagram. They don't know we exist. So it is up to you to put yourself out there to get people to know that there is somebody like you. You know? Me, when Philip was approaching me, I never knew Philip existed. He never knew I was there. But he found me on social media, and that is how we met. So you are here, you have a business. Nobody knows your business exists. Ata tujui, but it's up to you to fight so hard to be visible out there and put your products, or rather your services, out there, okay? So at least now we get a clear picture of social media is not going anywhere. Niwe utaenda, ukichoka kuenda, you come back, you start afresh, you re-strategize. You know, it's all about re-strategizing, by the way, because algorithm changes. I think almost every year and every time, this thing changes. What used to work last year, it's not working right now. So you have to research every single time. So anyway, I'm going to be brief, as I said, and I'll go straight to the point, because I can see the time has gone. So we'll start with what is digital marketing in a very simple version. You know, in a very, very simple version. Digital marketing is using internet to advertise and sell things. You can go there to buy. You can use digital marketing, that is your social media platforms, to also sell your products in a very simple version, okay? So as I move forward, let's talk, let me elaborate the difference between paid audience versus organic audience. Happiness alisema, mupost, mfanye nini? Mupromote, video ifike 100,000 views, you know? But if we go on a deeper level, what is paid audience? This is a group of people, you know, who watch your videos because you've paid them to watch your videos. How about I watch you Spolipa your platform? That is one thing you need to understand, okay? And when we talk about organic audience, this is a group of people who watch your videos naturally without you paying anything at all. Why? Because your videos, or rather your content, is adding value to them. And that is the purpose of social media. It is for other people to reach you, not you fighting so hard to reach them. And I'm not saying for you, I'm not saying it's bad to run ads. I'm not saying that. But why pay the platform that we are using every single minute to push your content? How many times do you log on TikTok? Every second, unaka kidogo, unaingia. The same thing happened on Facebook, the same happens on Instagram. So why pay for these platforms while the celebrities you're paying out there to advertise your business, they have organic audience, you know? That is why you go to them, you pay them to advertise your products because you know clearly they have organic audience. You know very well they were able to produce good content that is adding value to people, and that is how they managed to get all these followers, you know? So personally, I believe in organic audience. That is my view. And that is what I train my client to do. I tell them you can get all these followers organically. And if you accumulate them organically, they're not going anywhere, you know? But if you pay the app, by the way, I've received a lot of calls from those people who are running ads, actually. They call me and they tell me, Ekrin, I'm tired of running ads. Why? I have 10,000 followers. I've been running ads. If I don't pay the platform, I don't get the views, and it's normal. You've already shown these people you have money. Unataka aje? Kama umeonyesha uko na dough, you can run ads every single day. They will never push your videos organically or naturally because they want that money from you. It is very simple. This is the same platforms. Everybody begins from zero. You know, when I was taking a break on TikTok, I had around 315,000 followers. Actually, I sold that account. I decided, okay, when I came back, I realized the algorithm has changed. Now let me research. I did a very good research. I'm telling you, this man used to carry our baby. Akiwa miezi mbili, and I'm researching every day for 3 good hours to understand how to crack TikTok. That is the only thing I was doing. Before I went back and started recording my videos in a good way. I don't know if you get the point. So this account I started again last year, 2023 around April. I only had 2,000 followers. And since I had researched, I did understand the strategies on how to get these followers organically. And I'm telling you, from April until right now, I'm sitting at 1.6 million followers on that TikTok. I've never begged anybody to follow me. Not even a single day. I've never made a video telling people, guys, follow me, please. Follow me. If you don't follow me, I will die. Please, follow me. Follow me, I want to become famous. No, I didn't work on that. I knew if my content is going to add value to people, I'm going to give them a good reason to follow me. That is what I did. And that is the same thing you need to do. You know, there's no need for you to be paying for apps, and we are using these apps on a daily basis. Learn how to produce content that is adding value to your audience. It's very simple. It doesn't matter what the type of content you're creating, so long as it is beneficial to your audience, these people will follow you. That is how you build a community. Then later on you ask yourself, how do I convert these people? Or how do I convert my community to my customers? You know? But so long as you have a community, then you have people to sell to. If you don't have a community, who are you going to sell to? You post a video, it gets 200 views, you're mad. Kwani, okay, I want us to check at this room, okay? I don't know if we are more than 200. Are we more than 200? No. Yeah, lakini nikisimama hapa naona watu wengi, si ndio? Alafu una post video inapata 200 views unateta. So in other words, ni kama nisimame hapa, ni underestimate nyinyi wote, niseme nyinyi si watu. You know? So those 200 people, they are, you know, once you drop a video, it gets like 200 views. You need to understand, those are people watching. Now the question is one, why are these people not engaging? You know, people don't go back to the board. You people, you don't ask yourself, I got 200 views, this video is not growing anymore, it's stuck. Why are they not watching? It's because the video is not good, simple. If it's good, they are going to watch. If it's not good, they are not going to watch. And we are going to tackle, I'm going to mention some of the things that can help you, or rather that can help your videos, like to grab those people's attention. Very, very important. So another thing, as a business person, because today we are talking to, you know, ladies in business. Sijini mademu wa biz. Mjitambue. Unajua ukifika huko nje, you need to own that, you know, how do you call this? Carry that crown, you know. If you're a woman in business, show up. Let people know what you're selling, you know. Aina aibu, because at the end of the day, that is why you are there. And I believe you cannot be on social media for nothing. You know, after God cannot place you there for nothing. That is what I believe. So you are there for a purpose, okay? And the purpose of social media is to solve people's problems. You might not understand, but everybody who is on everyone you see on social media has a problem. You know, some of you guys go to social media because you're sad. And the fact that you're sad, you come across somebody, a comedian, wako wengi, you come across this comedian on social media making a very funny video, you will laugh. You know, this person has solved your problems. Ulikuwa umejam, amekuchekesha. That is one thing, you know. You go to a social media, you find somebody who is doing tech videos. Personally, I do tech videos on social media, you know. You come across my page, you learn something new you've never learned. Maybe you are having a problem with your phones, you know. I give you a solution to that phone which is overheating from morning to evening. You'll come back and tell me, Green, thank you so much, you've solved my problem, you know. That is how it is. You are there. You are selling, let's say, for example, you're selling shoes. I come across your page and I love the shoes, you know. I buy those shoes and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use this for my weekend. You have solved my problem one way or another. Because those days are past when we used to go to CBD, tunaanza kutafuta kitu from one shop to another. Right now you can get everything at the comfort of your home. People are even selling at their comfort of their homes. People don't even have shops right now on social media. Bora unajua kuingia live, kwa TikTok, TikTok na Facebook, you will sell. So long as you know how to communicate, you will sell. I'm telling you as a matter of fact. People are selling on that social media. Is that we are shy, we are scared, we are not disciplined, you know, and at some point pia, si makosa zetu, because lack of knowledge as well, you know. Lack of knowledge as well, okay. So let's move to something I normally call content strategy breakdown. No, Philip aliniambia amenipea 30 minutes. That's why I'm trying to be as brief as you can. You can write down the points that you see they are very important. You can research on them. Ukiona inakuwa ngumu, tafuta mimi nikupeleke kwa mtaratara pole pole. So this is one thing I always believe. And I don't know you as a business person, I don't know if you believe it, but this is what I believe. A good client is a well-educated client. So if you are on social media and you're a businesswoman, and every time you're posting, you're not selling, have you ever tried educating your clients about your products? Who has ever tried, by the way? Ama tunapost tu, we are using social media, ama TikTok, Facebook, tunaitumia kama Jumia. You need to understand, this is not Jumia. This is not a marketplace. TikTok is not a marketplace. Facebook is not a marketplace. And these pictures are no longer working. Why? Because videos are more engaging. There's no way a photo can talk. You know, a photo cannot talk and explain themselves, you know. If I want to sell this water right now, I post this water on my TikTok account. Aijiongelelei. You know, it's just a water, a normal water, and other people are selling this type of water. But if I say I want to talk about this water, I will tell you guys, if you drink this water, you will not believe it. If you are pregnant, you drink this water, your cravings will go. You know that pregnant woman will go and look for this water because I'm talking about it and I'm assuring this person, this water is everything. Leave alone that one you're drinking. You just go to the supermarket and get this one. This is what you need. Because that is how marketing is. You need to make, it's not about you, it's not about showcasing how smart you are. You know, ukifika pale kwa social media, don't go and showcase how smart you are. That doesn't matter to people. You need to make your customer feel smart. Make them feel smart. Make them that they need your products. Show them that I'm here to solve your problems. They will buy. Sometimes I see people exaggerating, but it's very simple. Communicate. Communicate. It's very simple. So anyway, guys, let's talk about content strategy. And this is very, very important. As much as we don't have enough time, I'm going to list them and I'm going to try and explain about them step by step so that you'll be able to understand. So number one, we're going to talk about biography. We're going to have profile picture. And we're also going to talk about your username. So if you're in business, you're using TikTok, you're using Facebook, and you're also using your Instagram, step number one, you need to optimize your profile picture. Make sure your profile picture aligns with the type of business that you're trying to promote on your page. There is no way I'll be selling suits. Alafu nakuja hapo napiga picha nimevaa short na Air Force. It doesn't even add up, like seriously, it doesn't. And that is what most people do. If you don't have a logo for your business, make sure, for example, if you are selling plus-size women, get a plus-size woman, you know, get that woman to dress those beautiful dresses you're selling. Take a photo. Take this woman for a photo shoot, you know. Mweke kama profile picture. That is very, very important, you know. If you're a comedian, profile picture yako inafaa ikae comedy. You cannot dress professionally, na watu wakienda kwa page yako, you are typically a comedian. It's not even aligning on the first place, you know. So optimizing your profile picture, it's very important. Number 2, username. Username, your name. If you're into cloth line, let's say for example, nani anauza nguo? Anybody selling clothes? Hakuna mtu anauza nguo? Grace unauza nguo? You're selling men clothes? Yes? Beddings. Oh, you're selling beddings. So for example, if you're selling beddings, it's very simple. Make sure your username resonates with the type of beddings you're selling, you know? Like, try to make it look like a business name, because it's a business. This is not a personal account. Okay, even you can use a personal account, of which on TikTok we have a personal account, a business account. You know, on Facebook I think we just have one. You can either convert your followers to a professional, change your account to a professional mode, or open a page for business. Either way it can work, you know. On Instagram you can change your account to a professional mode as well. But on TikTok you have an option to use a pro account and a business account. That is a personal account and a business account. But business account, growing a business account on TikTok, it's not easy because there are features you will not get. So I normally advise people, you can use a personal account. While you grow, you can swap it to business account and you're good to go. So now let's go to biography. What is a biography? This is a short description about yourself or about your business. In other words, your biography tells people about your page. Before I go to your page, I need to know So yes, a biography. It is a short description about yourself or your business. You tell people what your page is all about. You understand? Grace said she sells beddings, you know, those bed sheets, duvets. That is something she needs to add to her page. Whether it's on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, you need to have a bio. What is your page all about? People need to know what they're expecting from your page, even before they go to check your videos. That will really help you. So number 2, let's talk about niching up. I want to be as simple as you can. When you hear ukisikia mtu anasema the word niche, si kizungu kubwa. It is simple, the type of content you create. You know, what is that type of content you create? For example, you can be a makeup artist. You might be in a cloth line. You might be selling kids' clothes. You might be offering any cleaning services. That is the type of content you create. And you need to know, because you cannot tell me you can sit down, you want to produce content, and you don't know the type of content you want to create. That is where we go wrong. Before you tell yourself, I want to be on social media, ask yourself, why am I on social media? What am I supposed to benefit from this app? By the way, you don't need to be in business to be on social media. Like me, I'm not selling anything on social media. I'm selling my services. I'm not selling clothes. You come to me, tell me a cream page imekata. 100 views isongi imekata. What do? We book a session, you know. I train you from the beginning to the end, and then we start working on that. That is how it works. Why? Because I know that is why I'm on social media, you know. So for you, you need to understand what is your niche. What are you going to sell on social media? Because that is the only way you will learn, or rather that is the only way you will be able to attract your target audience. And let me tell you something. If you're ready for social media, you will get that audience you're looking for. You see that one you're paying to get, you will get. I'm telling you, you will get. If you're looking for people who are selling skirts, you will get them. Wameja. Because you are there to solve other people's problem. Why are you struggling, you know? You don't need to struggle. Understand the type of content that you have to create. So number 1, we've talked about you optimizing your profile picture. We've talked about your username. And we've talked about your bio. I'm listing them briefly. You can research on them, but make sure you check these things. They are very important when it comes to social media. Number 2, I'm going to talk about hooks. Hooks or title. These are the headlines. Or in other words, we call them catchphrases, you know. They are meant to grab your audience attention. So, one reason why your views don't grow on social media is because you're poor at grabbing people's attention. That is one thing you need to consider every time before you start recording your videos. Understand, how am I going to grab these people's attention? If you don't know about FYP, that is the For You page, and every social media has that thing we call FYP. That is the marketplace. Soko zote, video zenyu zote tukiposta hizi, sisi wote tunaenda kwa FYP. Ikuwe ya TikTok, ikuwe ya Facebook, ikuwe ya Instagram, we will be landing on FYP. And let me tell you, your FYP is not my FYP. Why? Because the videos you love watching, they are not the videos I love watching. So I'm going to use TikTok, okay? So for example, if you're on TikTok and you love watching videos of people dancing, that is what TikTok will send you. I don't know if some of you've noticed that. Yeah, that is your FYP. Every time you come across say ana dance fiti, una like, una comment, next video itakuwa hiyo. Na ingine, but from different people. That is how TikTok FYP works. That is how the algorithm works. So FYP yako is not going to be the same like the other person FYP. That is why you're supposed to be very keen with what you consume on social media, because that is what the algorithm will keep on sending you. Kama unapenda kuona video za mukbang, utaletewa mingi. This one ends, another one comes. And you're wondering, kwani hao wase wanakula aje? Because you've already shown the algorithm, these are the kind of videos you love engaging with them. It's very simple, you know? And that is how TikTok algorithm works. So what you consume, it's very important. You need to mind about the things, or rather the videos you're watching every time on social media, you know? So hooks, they are meant to grab your audience attention. And the only way you can grab your audience attention, that is using your titles, you know? The titles you're putting on your videos. Let me ask you one thing, by the way. This is something I love asking people who complain about views. There are videos you don't watch when you're scrolling on TikTok or Facebook. There are videos you scroll. Sinukweli. Have you ever asked yourself, kwa nini unapita hizo video? Have you ever come back and asked yourself, why didn't I watch this video? You know, you come across this video and you're like, scroll. You know? And then the next one you will watch. You come across another one, scroll, go to another one, scroll, go to another one, scroll. You know? So sometimes when we are complaining about views, go back and ask yourself, why didn't I watch this video? You know? Why did I scroll over this video and I decided to watch this one? That is the same way people are scrolling over your videos. Yes. While we are complaining about views, we don't consider our own content, why people are scrolling also on our content, you know? So sometimes, that is a strategy I use for my own videos. If I come across a good video, I watch it, and I feel triggered to engage. It means I'm going to like the video, comment, maybe perhaps share, or maybe favorite the video. I normally go back and I ask myself, what was good on this video? You know, because there's something good, apart from those dramatic ones. Unajua kuko kuna drama, na kuna watu wana add value. So there are two, kuna hizo group mbili. You need to decide if you're a dramatic person or you're going to use the social media platforms to add value to other people, which is very important, especially as a businesswoman. You cannot go with drama on social media and you're expecting to sell. You know, you unakuja pale na mabails, na unatukana wase, and then you're expecting the same people to buy. It's not going to work. You need to talk to these people. You need to convince them. You need to communicate to them. Make them feel like you love them, you know, you are there for them. Because if you're always creating content for yourself, you're wasting your time. Upper social media, we are creating content for our viewers. So you need to understand. You see that video you love creating, stop. Sit down and start creating content for your audience. That is the only day you'll start seeing changes on your account. Because I've seen so many people who are making videos for themselves. Unaona, they go put on a nice cloth. Anavaa nguo fiti, anaenda na shoot ngoma poa, alafu anaandika hapo, this dress is on sale. You are enjoying, my friend. You are not talking to us to buy the product. You are there enjoying yourself. Come on, you know, because if I'm selling a dress, Missy Petite, Mini Petite. Na hii kitambi. I call myself a plus size woman. So if I'm a plus size woman and I want to advertise a dress, what am I going to do? I need to make sure I make that plus size woman out there watching my video to feel like they need this dress immediately. You know, I need to make them feel like they need to order this dress immediately. And how am I going to do that? I have to communicate to them. Talk about the dress. Complement it with the shoes. You know, get a handbag that is going to complement that dress. You know, make your hair. And then come out. You know, look these people straight to the eyes. Because when you're making a video, you understand you're talking to this other person. That is why I advise people, talk to me directly. You know, you cannot be making a video and you look like they have forced you. They said, if you're not making this video, we are going to shoot you. Who is going to buy that dress? Nobody's going to buy that dress. So you have to learn how to communicate. Talk about your products. Show these people how to style these kind of dresses. Do you know there are so many women out here, they don't even know how to style dresses. By the hata mimi nikiwa mmoja. Sijui. Yeah, but if I see somebody selling a dress and you're showing me how to style it, you know, and I'm looking at you, naona, hey, sipi huyo kona kitambi kama mimi. Na anavai dress anakaa fiti. Why won't I buy that dress? You've already shown me, it doesn't matter how I look. I will still look good on that dress. That is how people buy this kind of products, you know. Go out there, communicate. Because if you come out and say, guys, we have this dress. There are so many. We've restocked them. Take the numbers on our screen. Give us a call. You are just passing information about the dress. You are informing us about the dress. But if you talk about that dress, explain everything you know about that dress. You know, tell us how many colors are there. You know, you can even give offers. You say, this dress, I used to sell them at 3,500. Today you're going to get it at 3,400 shillings. People will see like you're very, very serious about your business, and they will buy. So learn how to communicate as well when you're producing your content. That is something very important. Are we together? So let me give you some examples of hooks. And I said they are titles or catchy phrases. Sinisawa. Ama nenda mbio. Nenda mbio. Tuko sawa? Are we on the same page? Because I want us to be on the same page. I want you to get something. I know I cannot break down everything at once, but at least I'm trying to give you a clear picture. Maybe if you're struggling with views, or rather you're struggling to make sales, so that you can see where you're making some mistakes, go rectify, research on it, and start producing good content. So, titles, let's say I'm going to use skincare products. So let's say you're selling skincare products, and by the way, if you check so well, people who are making a lot of sales on social media, there are people who are selling skincare products. Why are they making a lot of sales? Because they teach you how to use it. This person will come, amefunga towel, ametoka kuoga, hadi anakuambia, do this every night. Asha clarify, si ati asubuhi ukienda job, asha clarify, do this every night. Number one, start with your toner. Go with your moisturizer. Once you finish, I don't know, put your sunscreen. Zinakuanga mingi, sijui zote. But these people, they teach you how to use their products step by step. Na wanatumianga hooks gani? If you want a flawless skin, use these products. Get the results in 30 days. Hata kama ni wewe huku madhundo, na unaambiwa in 30 days, these products will be able to give you a glass skin. Si hivyo ndo ushakuwa customer. And they are teaching you with immediate effect how to use it from the word go until you finish. They are even showing you the amount of size you're supposed to use. That is why these people are selling. Hata wale wa mkorogo wanauza kwa sababu wanakufundisha kuitumia usichomeke. Wanakuonyesha usitumie sana utaungua. You know, they're even showing you how flawless they look, and people will buy. Why? Because they are teaching you and they are grabbing your attention. So for example, I'm into scare products. The examples of hooks you're supposed to use, you teach people like how to get a flawless skin. Those are the kind of examples you need to use as a hook. How to clear acne in 30 days, you know. How to detox. Those people sell even detoxing pills. Na watu wanajua tu waezi konda na kudetox, but they will buy. Because of how they are going to convince you, kidogo miss kwingine ninunue. Aki nikidhani kitambi itaisha, acheni niwaambie. Anyway, God is good, I didn't. You know, another example, if you're selling shoes, for example, if you're here and you're selling shoes, what type of hooks can you use on your videos? Comfortable office shoes. So anybody who is going to the office from Monday to Friday, you've already put a title, comfortable office shoes. This person will stop because that's the first thing you're supposed to do on your video. Grab people's attention, get them to stop. Because immediately you've made me to stop, immediately I saw your video, you've won me. But if I scroll immediately, that's it for you. That's it for you. So the first thing is to get people to stop. They see your video, they stop, and they're like, okay, I'm going to give this person benefit of doubt. Now let me hear what this person is going to say. And what is going to stop people on the FYP when they are scrolling? It is the titles you're putting on your videos. Kwa nini mkipatana na zile video unasikia, who else? Unasikia mtu alikuwa kwa drama. You know those people, they know how to grab your attention. They just put scandals and they write the topics there. Why? They know very well you will stop and watch. Kwa sababu you know this person, you'll be like, huyu ako kwa scandal gani? They have grabbed your attention already. And that is something that most people don't see. You don't know how to grab people's attention. So use titles, and not just hard titles. Don't go for vocabulary. Social media, watu wako na iPhones huku kwa social media, lakini hawajui vocabulary. Let me tell you something. And that is a mistake I learned last year. And I'm going to use that as an experience. I used to make very good content. But I was very comprehensive. Let me tell you something. Kizungu yangu, nashindwa kwa nini napata 100,000 views na 500 likes. Why would 100,000 people watch my video and they are not engaging? It is simple. Hawaelewi hiyo kizungu yako mingi. You know, social media is one place you need to be as simple as you can. Avoid vocabulary, avoid big English, go straight to the point. These people, they don't have time to waste to listen to you. Na ukienda vizuri kwa social media, you're speaking slowly. They will tell you, talk faster, we need to go to another video. Awananga chills, ongea haraka haraka, tunataka kuenda kwa video nyingine. These people don't have chills, like seriously, you know. You know, I'm not lying to you. Try. Sasa zingine enda pale kwa research uone mtu anaongea vibaya, anaongea pole pole. Utadhani utapata good content, comments. But ukiklik hapo kwa comments, huyo msi anaambiwa ongea haraka haraka. Hakuna kitu kingine. Ongea haraka haraka tunataka kwenda kwa video nyingine. Like these people don't have chills at all. So you have to be your English, if you can use Kiswahili. Sijui kama some of you guys, if you're on TikTok, I don't know if you've seen Rakeri. There's this woman who sell wigs. You've come across her. Sio ufanya content mpaka na Kikuyu. You see how simple that woman, how simple she is. Atakuja tu na nywele, akwambie nywele ya shosho. Nunulia shosho nywele. You see how simple she is. Si anakwambia tu direct buy shosho yako nywele kabla uende ushago. Watoto wamefunga shule. And another person will come there with a lot of comprehensive English. You know, this wig you can buy for your grandma. She's going to look like this, wataenda. They will go. If you can use Kiswahili, use it. At the end of the day, what are you doing? You're trying to attract your target audience. Be as simple as you can. Learn how to pass your message. Communicate to your audience. Stop informing them about your products. Communicate. It's very simple, you know. My next point. Let's talk about body language and words. That is something that most people do not consider. And that is something that I've seen with, today it has inspired me. Hey, team ya DFL, body language na words. I'll say wako juu. You can see they're speaking here. They have the words, but the body language is complementing the words. Nyi mjaona Happiness akikuja hapa. Maneno yake ni mzito, lakini body language yake huwezi toa. Wewe uko pale social media, uko na words. Words uko nayo, lakini unaongea ni kama utachapwa. Unaongea ni kama umelazimishwa na business yako. That is your business at the end of the day. You know? Because one thing that people don't know is your body language is supposed to be louder than your words. And I'm not saying that your words, they are not important. No. Your body language, it's what gives your words that meaningfulness. You know? Your words, you can talk and talk. You're so good, you're so fluent, but your body language, you don't have that energy. You don't have that conviction. You cannot convince somebody to do anything, you know, because the way you're speaking. You know, sometimes I see people in business, they are complaining a lot, but the way they are speaking, hata mtoto anaweza uza hiyo nguo kumliko, because they have energy. Because there is no way you can convince me to buy your products and I've not bought you. I need to buy you. And social media, people can read through your eyes. Hivi. Wanakuangalia tu hivi, wanaona huyu ana form. Ama huyu, maybe anauzia mtu. You know, social media people can even tell if you're the boss or not. They can tell, huyu ameandikwa. Huyu ameandikwa, hii kazi si yake. Wacha nitafute mwenye ni boss. Because they can read, you know, they can see from the body language, the way this person is talking, you know, the conviction, the energy, the way this person is talking, you know, the words are there, but they are being complemented with the body language. So as you're working on your words, learn how to work on your body language. Because these two things they move hand to hand. Let me tell you something. Hata watu wa Britam wamekuwa hapa wakaniconvince nafikiria kuchukua insurance ya shule. Wangekuja hapa wameboeka. Hata sijui, I was telling my husband, he was not around, but I was telling him, naona tufikirie hii story. Why? Because the way they are speaking, they are so convinced. Hawata kulet down. They are so convinced. You know, they are educating you, but they are so sure about what they are telling you. And you can see it while they are speaking. You know, you can see it, their body language. Unaona wako na energy. Wacha kuja hapo wameboeka. Wamepresent hapa for almost 1 hour. Kuna mwenye umeona amechoka? Hakuna. Hakuna. But some of us, we are making 2 videos and we are tired. Tushachoka. Umechoka na hujauza bado. Umechoka na hujauza. Video 2 imekuchokesha na si za kuedit. Sasa ukipata zile zenye unafaa ufanye transition, umevaa hii, umechange, uruke, tena utoke, uenda urukie ile ingine ya mlango. You know, transition is not easy. And that is what is making a lot. Have you ever seen Nigerians selling their clothes? They are using transition method. But hapa Kenya, si tunataka tu tuvae, tuzunguke. Bas. Nikishazunguka hivi, nakwambia bas, chukua namba kwa screen. Chukua namba kwa screen. But a Nigerian will show you different suits with different colors on one video. Atatengeneza video ya kwanza, ujui venye alitokea kwa mlango na hiyo suti. By the time you realize, this woman is wearing another suit. Na ametengeneza video ya 1 minute 30 seconds. This woman is going to show you 6 suits, different colors, different designs. Do you know how hard it is to make a transition videos? Nani ashajaribu? Anyone? Nani ashajaribu ku make a transition video? Hamjawahi? You've tried, Grace. How long did it take you? Even 1 hour. Na ukadelete. Haikuwork, you know? At the end of the day, imagine. So you also need to understand how you say things will make people believe what you're saying. It's not what you're saying, but how you say them. You know, how you say those things, or rather, the things you're trying to educate people out there about your product. So I've talked about communication, and as I said earlier, learn how to communicate to people, talk about your products, talk about your services, stop informing people about your products or your services. They will not buy. That is another thing. Hata wewe, you only buy from people who are talking to you, you know? Ukienda leo pale, ukifika tao leo, you ask a hawker, hii hoodie ni pesa ngapi, and they are not answering you. You go to the next one. That is the reality. Na ukipata the next hawker, umuulize hii hoodie ni pesa ngapi, anakuambia, madam, songa hapa kando. Juu anataka kukutolea mingi aki-explain bei. You will end up buying even 1 or 2. Because this person is telling you tuko na hii. Unaona, hii inaweza kukutoshea madam, si mwili ndio hii, jaribu. Unaona, anakwambia mwili ndio hii. Mwili haiko nyumbani madam, jaribu tu, leta nikushikie kibeti. You will buy from that person. And another one will tell you, you know, chagua yenye unataka. So you will just go. You will definitely go. And that is the mistake a lot of us we are making on social media. Anyway, let's proceed. Our next point, we are going to talk about SEO. By now, I don't know if there's somebody who doesn't know what SEO is on social media. Ama iko, tusiassume. Anybody who can tell us what SEO is? Anybody? Peaneni mic huko nje, tuko na machopi. Ni mnasema nini? What is SEO on social media? What is SEO on social media? Five more. Haya, nimepewa dakika 5 peke yake. So guys, I'm going to, okay. What is SEO?
Search engine optimization.
Very good. Apewe 3. The 3 factors ama ni 3. Tumpe 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. And by now, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all these social media platforms, they are search engine. You go to TikTok to search for something. When you go to YouTube, you're going to search for something. When you go to Facebook, you're going to search for something. So make sure you are using keywords on your videos to make your videos searchable. That is the purpose of SEO. So if you're selling maxi dresses, suko kwa busy ya kuuza dresses, if you're selling maxi dresses, you need to go and look for keywords that people are searching. How do you do it? Unaenda kama pale TikTok, una type maxi dresses. You understand? When you type maxi dresses, when you scroll down, you're going to see some topics written in black. That will show you these are the keywords people are using to search dresses on TikTok. So you use those keywords. Utapata keywords kama maxi dresses, elegant maxi dresses. So you add this thing on your videos. You just need to hide them somewhere hapo kwa videos zako, so that anybody who is going to search anything about maxi dresses, your videos will pop up. Nobody is going to search Helen. Hakuna mtu anaenda tafute Helen huko TikTok ama Facebook ati juu unauza dresses. No, they will go and search for elegant dresses, you know, classic dresses. That is when your videos are going to pop up. But they will not pop up if you don't know how to use keywords on your videos. Sini sawa? Anyway, let's talk about hashtags as we move. Nimepewa dakika 5, nimebakisha 4. So what is the purpose of hashtags? Most people don't know how powerful hashtags are. People don't know. You post a video, you go. But hashtags, they are very, very powerful. Why? Because they are meant to direct your content to your ideal audience. And you also need to understand, pale social media, not everybody is interested with your content. You need to understand that. You might be thinking that people are interested with your content. They are not. Kila mtu ako pale with their own reason. They have the type of content that they love. So you need to use hashtags that are related to your content, so that the algorithm, be it Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram, they will be able to direct your content to your ideal audience. Because there is no way you are a pastor na una target watu wenye wanafanya tu entertainment anguka nayo. It doesn't go to work. So you need to use Christians hashtags so that you'll target people who love videos that deals with faith. Do you understand, guys? So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say I'm going to use skincare products as an example again. So if I'm making videos about skincare products, I'm going to use hashtags like skincare products, skincare routines, skincare tips and tricks, beauty. Those are the kind of hashtags I'm supposed to use. Why? Because I'm looking for my target audience, people who are just interested with skincare products. And another thing, don't use more than 5 hashtags. Immediately you start using excess hashtags on your videos, compromise your algorithm. Tuko sawa hadi hapo. Anyway, as we are winding up, this is one of the biggest questions. How do I build a community on TikTok? And I started earlier by saying, produce content that is adding value to your audience. In other words, if I decide I want to watch your video today, and I watch it from beginning to the end, to exchange, sindio, umenipea value, and I've given you the watch time. That is the reality, you know? You've not wasted my time. So if your videos are not beneficial to your audience, trust me, they will not watch. And at the end of the day, they will not even buy your products because they are not beneficial. So from today, ask yourself, are my videos adding value to my viewers? Am I producing some sort of benefit to anybody who comes across my videos? Because that is the only way you'll be able to grow your community, and you're going to use the same community to sell your products to them, okay? So this is what I normally, let me frame it in a simple way. Make sure your videos, they are either entertaining, educative, or inspiring. If you're not falling into the 3, I don't know where you're falling. I don't know. You need to make sure you're falling there in between the 3 things. So, and how do you do that? How do you add value through your videos? Teach about your products. That is something I've mentioned back to back. That is number 1. Number 2, share your wins and struggles in your business. Everybody has those struggles. You know, I've talked about my struggle hapa, nilianza, sikujua, you know, those are the kind of things I use to inspire people. Share about your wins and struggle in your business, you know. Number 3, share behind the scenes. Like sometimes you're receiving your package. Show people how you receive your package, how you pack them, you know. When you're also packing for deliveries, show them how you do it when you deliver. That is how you convince these people to buy to you. But acha nikupe form, kama hujaiuza, chukua hizo nguo zako ama viatu, zipack tu na uandike majina. Andika hata majina ya watu wa kwenyu. Alafu record hizo video, unaweka hook, doing delivery to my customer. Let me tell you, you'll convince people. Why? Because we love results. Kila mtu anaenda kutafuta results. Chukua hizo nguo, pack, andika majina za watu wa kwenyu ama za watoto wako. Kama kangi watoto wako kwa social media, tutajuaje ni wako? We don't know. Post them. Show people this is the delivery for today. Na umepack kama 15. Let me tell you, when you go to your comment section, the next thing you're going to see is 1. What are you selling? Kwa sababu wameona umepack, wanashindwa, hey, kwani huyu anapack nini, ameuzia watu wangapi? This is what I want. People love results. They don't love process. And that is the problem, you know? So show them the results. And then later on, come and show them what you're selling, which is very important. So next, tell a story that uses your product as a solution. And that is something that most business people don't do. So let's say, mimi, niki grow up, when I was growing up, by the way, sijui kama nakumbuka zile viatu za plastic za kitambo zilikuwa so. I don't know if some of you used to wear those ones. So me, I used to wear those ones. Yes, Santak. And I used to carry water, a bottle of water. Kwa nini? Jua ikiwaka unachomeka. So I used to walk, kukiwaka, na imwagilia hivi, and people will think, udem ni nini mbaya, kumbe naungua. And that was the only pair of shoes I could afford. Singe afford ingine, na hiyo ningevaa hata 4 hata 6, iharibike ndio na si kuharibika, chini ishe yote. Juu iko, chini hakuna. Hapo ndio ningeona this one, ime rest in peace. Let me go buy another one. So use your story, you know, and make sure you're also using your product as a solution to that problem. So what was I trying to talk about? Nikivaa hizo Santak, I used to tell myself one day, siku nitaweza kununua kiatu ya 1500 and above, I'll buy. Sitanunua hizo za so. So if I'm the one selling these shoes, I'll give you that story. And I'll tell you, you don't need to go for quantity over quality. You can choose quality over quantity. Why? You don't need to have 100 pair of shoes na zile za 310. Ukivaa leo, uingie kwa matope, soli na baki. There's no purpose. You can get one pair of shoes even for 3,000 Kenyan shillings. Now you can wear that shoes even for 3 years. Speak the unspoken. You see, these things, people don't talk about the products. Unauza wigs. Tell people the truth. You know, tell them the difference between, wanasemanga aje, hair blonde, unaona, synthetic. Waambie tu synthetic, ukiweka blow dry, ni hivyo. Tell them, you know, tell them like, waambie tu kweli, you keep blow dry, that's it. Waonyeshe human hair, tell them, this one is going to serve you in the next 5 years. Hii synthetic, ukiosha mara mbili, imeisha. Do the same. For example, if somebody is even selling curtains. I remember I was teaching this guy, and I was a curtain Sicily. I used to tell him, why don't you start making your videos and tell people, because alikuwa anasema curtains begins from 350 shillings per meter to 1,500 shillings per meter. Unajua uko in between as a customer, where hata umeshtuka unasikia ni 350 na unaona kala noma noma. What you don't know, it comes with the texture, the quality of the curtain. Za 350 ziezi enda na 1,500 shillings. So I was telling these guys, speak the unspoken. Chukua curtains mbili, waambie curtains zinafanana. But this one, when you wash it twice, utaifanya kitu ya kuoga. But this one, when you wash it 3 times, itakuserve. Nani anataka hiyo yenye akiosha mara 3 ama mara 2 inakuwa kitu ya kuoga? Who will go for that one? At the end of the day, you've told this person the truth. You know, be honest with your products. And I'm not saying you're not supposed to bring products which are affordable to your audience. Leta products zote, but talk about them. Mtu akiona anaweza nunua synthetic wig, let the person buy it, you know. Na ule mwenye anaona anaweza changa hii pesa, I go and get one human hair that is going to last me for 3 years from now, that person will do that. There are people who prefer quality over quantity. Na kuna wale wanataka wakuwe na mingi, ukiingia hivi kwa bedroom yao nakwambia mimi niko na wig 15, zote ni nyasi, synthetic zote, na amezipanga hapo. And you'll see somebody with 2 wigs, na akizivaa, ako so proud, anakwambia have this one and another one. Wewe unamwambia only 2. Hizi zake mbili, hata ziezi, is not even equivalent to your 15, the ones 15s umepanga kwa bedroom. So talk about these things, you know. So let's learn the last point, how to convert your followers into customer. Because now you've built a community. Now how are you going to convert these people to buy your products or your services? Number one thing that you normally check before you buy from somebody, it is reviews. Miss Jikanyi huangalia reviews, but mi huenda naangalia kwa comments, naenda naangalia kwa comments like, kuna watu wengine wamebuy hizi products. That is what I check. If I see other people have bought it, good comments are there, that will motivate you to buy. So share your reviews, share the benefits of your products, and above all, come with offers. Learn how to come with offers for your customers. Why? products that sell more are not the best products, but the best known products. Hiyo imaanishi that the fact that your product is of quality haitauza. There's a reason why we buy Coca-Cola. Ushai notice hata ukuwe na kiu. Wewe unajua Coca-Cola, maji sipotoa kiu ni Coke. Why? Because it's known. So go out there, talk about your products. Pass the same message every single day about your products. Just use different formats. You know, you can go and study other people who are doing the same thing like you. You know, studying their pages, it doesn't mean you're copying them. You're looking what they're not talking on their pages. Use that as an advantage. Come and make content. That will help you to boost your views and your sales. So, my dear, as I said, consistency is also the key. And I know very well, it takes time to create value, but at the end of the day, you get paid by the value you bring on the table. So from today, learn how to create value to your audience. That is the only thing that is going to help you build your community and also to convert your community to your customers. Are we together? Tuko sawa? Anyway, as I'm closing this one, because time imeisha, one thing I can tell you is social media, it's not going anywhere, as I started by saying that, you know, and what I know is that you can crack it if you understand what you're supposed to do, and I've tried to list the key points. I know I've not gone to the roots of it, but at least you can research more about the things that I've mentioned. So try and crack it, try and research more about your niche. So long as you understand the type of content you need to produce, you're good to go. Why? Because it's achievable, it's doable. You only need 4 things, by the way. Number 1, put God first. Discipline, be dedicated. And number 4, practice consistency. And I will leave you with this word. Mark chapter 9, verse 23. Jesus said, if you can believe, all things are possible to him who believes. So put God first and put more effort. So thank you so much. I appreciate you guys, and thank you so much, Happiness, for this opportunity. God bless you all.
Apana, guys. I think she deserves more than that, right? We can give her a factor 5. 1, 2, 3, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. Tuko month gani? Tuko August. Tuko August? Yeah, tuko August. So, now that tumeambiwa venye tuna create content, by the time mwaka inaisha, sisi wote tunafaa kuwa social media celebrities. Si ndio? Tujipatie hii timeline, September, October, November, 3 months. Then December tunafanya evaluation. December tutarudi. We'll come back here. Na kama followers wako hawaja increase by 50%, including myself, unatoa thao. Actually, hapana, unatoa 5K. Thao mtaniambia ni pesa kidogo. Anyway, thank you so much, madam. It is a pleasure to have you here. Kukuwa na mtu anafuliwa na watu 1 million plus. Hey. God, I tap on this grace. Alikuwa amesimama aje nisimame hivyo. Anyway, it is a pleasure to have you in the house. We are definitely learning from you. So the final part, we need to go home. Time is not on our side. The final part was just for us to market our business. I hope we're still psyched up for that. Let me be guided by my MD. Should we take tea as they make the presentations? Ama we make the presentations first? Yeah, we do both at the same time. So nataka tufanye hivi chap chap. Chai ileko pale na snacks behind. Let's just take tea. Then tukikunywa chai, we'll start the presentations of us marketing our businesses. Briefly, after hiyo tunaenda home. Sindio? So guys, let's... okay, let me just... As you're going to take tea, acha tu nisome the names of how we will present. The first one is Grace Gashuri, G Squared Beddings Corner. The next one is Josephine Lucas. As I read, eneni tu mchukuange chai. Josephine Lucas, or Gloom Business Solutions. Then we have Donanka Obai, Beauty Parlor Business. Then we have Yvonne Mudeo, Quality Wigs, Kenya. Then we have, okay, sorry, I cannot see this handwriting very well, Mr. Philip. I think Martha Kariuki. Then we have Tauhida Mbarak. Then we have Jane. wa Holy Cross Bookshop. Then we have Raha Karanja. Guys, tuendeni chai, please. Tuendeni chai. Nasema tu list, just for you to know you're making a presentation. We have Salome Atieno from Moneymaker. We have Karen Nangila wa Baba Shop. We have Brilliant Salome, Mimi Fashion House. We have On-Phone Media, Florence and Frank. And finally, we have Mercy Nzisa. Just 10 people, 3 minutes each. So that's only 30 minutes. So tukikunywa chai, saa ni ngapi? Saa ni 5:49. Na wapatia 5 minutes kuchukua chai na kukaa nayo. As we are taking tea, the presentations are ongoing. Grace Gashuri wa G Squared. Chukua chai ukuja hapa mbele. Uanze kuongea. Yeah, tuendeni guys. Let's take tea so that we can go home in good time. Wenye tuko na watoto, we need to tuwafanyishe homework mapema. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Grace, you can prep. After Grace, itakuwa Josephine Lucas. Hawa hata mnafaa mchukue chai wa kwanza, please. Grace and Josephine, take tea as the first people. And then Grace, join me at the podium so that you begin your presentation. DJ.
Calling you tonight, I won't make you sure.